No. 30 minutes before that is when the gunfire would have been hitting. So at 11:33, this suspect is shooting into room 111 and 112. Or they think it's 111 or 112. They're not sure. But then over here in the 911 calls, they're saying that a student from room 112 didn't call until 12:03? No. 30 minutes before that is when the gunfire would have been hitting their classrooms. Doesn't make sense. Okay. More than 100 rounds are shot at that point. At 11:35, 3 police enter school and 4 more officers arrive. Okay, 3 officers, so 3 of those 7, right? Now there's 7. 3 of those 7 receive grazing wounds. At 11:37, 16 rounds are fired. At 11:51, sergeant and UFB agent arrive. 12:03, officers arrive. They're saying that there's 19 officers that are actually there. 12:15, VORTAC arrives. So there were 15 VORTAC officers, they're saying, have now arrived at that point, or had now arrived at that point. 12:21, Shields, which is, I'm guessing, a law enforcement agency. I'm not positive about that. And they started moving down the hall where the suspect fired again. 12:50, keys were obtained from a janitor and the door was breached and the suspect was killed, is what they're saying. Now let's quickly go over the 911 again. And then I want you to see if you're feeling like this is a little off, okay? Okay, so according to this guy that you just saw speaking, this is all the 911 calls, right? So they're saying at 12:03 out of room 112, again, that was the same room that was receiving gunfire at 11:33. Yeah, at 11:33. Okay. Room 112, classroom, a person from that classroom called. It was a 1 minute, 23 second call. That was at 12:03. 12:10, same student calls back and says there's multiple people dead. At 12:16, I believe this is another person. I'm not positive. I didn't notate that. 8 to 9 students are alive. So if you think about it, that's probably more than half the class is now dead. 12:21, 3 shots are fired. I'm wondering if 3 officers were good. I really think they played around with these 911 calls. I know that's conspiracy theorist of me. But I'm looking at this note, okay? It says 3 officers received grazing gun wounds. That was sometime before 11:37. Then right here in my notes, it says 3 shots are fired at 12:21. I'm wondering if that's the same, if that correlates. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then at 12:36, a 911 call happens. It's a 21-second phone call. The student says he shot the door. So he shot the door. What does this align with? Okay, 12:43 to 12:47. Please send police now. So these kids are still calling for the police. The police are supposedly already there, supposedly already responding. Wouldn't the kids know that the police were there? Wouldn't they hear the commotion and the shots and the insanity and maybe the yelling and the screaming and the crying? Wouldn't they know that the police was there to protect them already? Or were the police not even in there yet? That's what I wonder. Okay, so then it's saying 12:51, office. Okay, so then the student calls back. It's at 12:51 and says that they are hearing officers moving children out of the room. They're saying that there were 15 magazines at crash site. Magazines, you probably know this, but that's what holds all the ammunition for these assault rifles. Anyway, this was this is a real mystery to me. What happened? Is there some sort of a weird cover-up going on? Kind of feels like it. I hate to go conspiracy theorist on you, but there's just too many things that seem sanitized here. And even when that officer is talking, if you notice, before he reads off the 911 calls, he says something like, what does he say? It's hard to remember what he said, but even he didn't believe what he was about to say, is what I thought. That's how I felt. Let me know what you think. This is fishy. I can't help but think it's very fishy. Talk to you soon. Bye.